Welcome to Bigfoot Odyssey's Researchers Reports. Got a little bit of a special show tonight. I think we got some guests coming on here in a little bit, don't we?
Hopefully, yeah. We will have someone coming on. I'll make it happen.
Gotta make it happen. Well, I'm Kerry. With me, as always, producer and co-host of the report, Miss Danielle Iolo. How are you, dear?
I'm good. I'm kind of like wondering what's going on today. So
we had setbacks and push forwards and setbacks and push forwards. It's been it's been a roller coaster day. I'll say that. My phone didn't stop for quite a while between messenger, texting, phone calls. Had a few offers for some property, some small areas, and we appreciate that. Absolutely. I was actually doing some work on my computer for my actual job, and Mark Zasky calls. He said, "Kerry, I think they're shutting down the whole state of Florida." I said, "What?" Let me call. So I called, and they shut down every park there. No camping as of tonight, period. And then we appreciate that. Absolutely.
Who's that?
I was actually doing some work on my computer for my actual job.
That's not me.
And Mark Zasky calls. He said, "Kerry, I think they're shutting down the whole state of Florida." So,
definitely not me.
I'm not even they shut down every park there. No camping as of tonight, period.
Why is it playing back into my headset? Do I sound better now?
Yeah. That was me, actually.
Yeah.
It was on my phone. I'm sorry. That was me.
Was it you?
It was me.
I didn't even have my microphone turned on. I came home and set all the stuff up and forgot to go to settings. So hope that'll sound a little bit better now.
That sounds yeah.
Is it loud? Is it loud?
No, it's not. It does. I thought there was something amiss, and now I realize
it was the
headphones.
It was the iMac. There's the boys.
Oh, this is great.
Hey guys.
You've muted yourself, Mark.
Yeah, you're muted. You're muted there, buddy. There you go.
There we go.
Now we got you. Yeah, I was just kind of going through the steps here of what happened today. Get Florida being shut down and completely destroying our trip to Florida. But you guys seem to be on the road to someplace. We're not telling anybody where it is by any stretch of the imagination. But we found a new place, and it's going to be a good one. Everybody jostled all their stuff around. Who was it? Clay Campbell, Mark Kinchell, Lewis Pajerski had already made it to Florida. I think there's a lot of noise going on there, guys. Mark, can you hear me?
It's kind of hard to hear you while we're driving.
Yeah, you guys, there's a lot of noise going on there, actually. I don't know what. Okay, that's better. Maybe you need to hold the phone.
Larry's going to pull over. This Jeep is loud, so we'll pull over for a few minutes.
Okay. So you guys are headed down. So y'all are going to be there tonight.
Yes.
Early in the morning.
Yeah.
Early in the morning.
Yeah, okay. We'll go in there early in the morning and start scouting.
You're getting out of hand now.
He's telling you exactly what you're doing, Larry. So
you see what I got to deal with on a daily basis.
But I just want to tell everybody, thank you. Thanks everybody for coming together and helping us out. All is saved. We got a new location. Everything is actually pretty fortuitous. The location has got a lot of Sasquatch in it. It's very boogery. It's going to be not quite as hot and muggy in this area. It's going to be a little cooler at night. And yeah. What do you think? You guys excited?
Yeah, I am. I've heard a lot of stories from this area. We know some researchers. Barry is one of them that has worked this area for years. So it's great to come down here and see and actually see it and go into the field.
Yeah. Well, the good thing, what I will tell people is it's not very far from where I had my encounter. I guess I'm probably giving away a little bit there, but I don't care. So we're going to take a day and a night, and we're going to go to my encounter area and do a few of us. I imagine the entire group's not going to go, but we'll get several together and go down there and do a day and a night in my location. We can't do the whole thing there because it's too small. It's only about 240 acres, and so doing a week there, I'm not too sure about. It's too thick, but we are going to try. We are going to give one night in and day in down there. So,
Have you got a plan for the whole week?
yeah, pretty much.
Okay, good.
No, the plan itself hasn't really changed, just the location, and we're not going to have to deal with any officials, and guns and our weapons are going to be okay, I think, as long as everybody's legal. It's a little different than going down to Florida, and it's kind of understandable why they shut it down. Florida's full of elderly people that have a lot of money, so they shut down everything there, and it was kind of iffy on the national forests, so I didn't even want to chance it.
So who's going to make it down there then?
We lost Chris Noel and Chris Binkini.
Okay.
They're not going to make it. Everybody else is, as far as I know, we got everybody. Brandon Shoma is going to actually be in a couple days earlier than expected. So we'll have him in there, and Scott Owens is going to show up for a couple days since it's a little bit closer for him. And Scott has kids. He don't need to be walking up on alligators and stuff like that. Being a single parent, it's a legit concern. I wasn't mad at him, but he will come up for this in this area. We don't have the alligators to deal with, just everything else, the hogs and the 8-foot rattlesnakes.
And Mark's going. Mark Zaski.
No, we lost Mark Zaski too.
Okay.
Yeah. Of course, Mark was going to be directing, the stuff because the area we were going in Florida. But I don't know, I may call him, lean on him for some production things and stuff like that. He is a decent filmmaker. Yeah, I said, the whole Woo crew is going to tell us that Bigfoot stopped it. They came together and they knew we were coming, and they stopped it for us. So no offense to the Woo crew that believes all that stuff. I have a lot of respect for you.
They really planned ahead on that. You got to give them credit because they started that virus over in China.
Yeah.
And then just let it ease over here and shut down the country just to stop us. So got to give credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
We know the clever. So
very clever. But, and I was just saying this, what are the chances of this happening? The one thing that can actually stop us, because we were legal, we had everything together. The only thing that was going to stop us would be a pandemic. And that's exactly what happened. So I don't know. I try not to believe in coincidences too much. So maybe we were supposed to go to this other place to begin with, and I just made a bad choice to start.
The timing though couldn't, just like you say, the timing just almost like it was meant to collide.
But how much worse could it have been if we had all gotten down there to the park and they say, oh, sorry, we're shut down? What's that going to be? Is that a 16, 17-hour drive for you guys?
16.
Yeah.
16. Yeah. Almost 11 for me. And Barry would have been 13. So Mark Kinchell's on his way here to my house. He's going to stay here tonight and ride up with me in the morning. We'll probably get there around noon, start getting everything set up and ready, and we'll start filming 6 a.m. Friday morning, just like planned. It's it's a pretty crazy area. You know, I've been there before, and I mean, one of the craziest tree structures I've ever seen that there's just no way somebody made, and it definitely didn't fall that way, is in there. And a lot of I think several researchers have been in this. Plus, it's a huge place. It's massive. It's a national forest, so kind of on the edge. So once we're done, I don't care if anybody knows where it is, but we're just gonna keep it a little keep it a little hush hush for now.
I don't think a lot of people are doing a lot of traveling at the moment, are they?
No.
Apart from the expedition, Mark and
No.
Larry.
I think I've given up enough telling them that it's just 50 miles from where I had my encounter. So,
Yeah, I don't think you should say anymore.
Can Squatch wants to know if we plan any live streams. Yes, we're going to do a live every single night on Daniela's channel. So make sure you go and subscribe to Hidden Existence if you haven't already. Subscribe to Hidden Existence. We're going to have live updates of exactly what's going on. And I flew the drone this morning for the first time. I got it out. It was foggy out this morning about 7 o'clock, and I took it out, and it has a 7-inch LCD screen that comes with it because I had Drone Nerds build it. It's a Bosun 320 thermal attached to a Mavic 2 Pro Enterprise drone, and DJI. They make really good stuff. I charged up all the batteries and I took it out. I said, okay, let's test this thing out. Well, I know there's a pasture about a mile behind me back here. So I took it up about 800 feet and I flew it out, and I was at least 1,000 feet away and I could see those cows perfectly. It's so crisp and clear, that thermal. It's the clearest thermal I've ever seen. So it's good. It's a good one.
You can zoom in from there, can you?
No, you can't zoom because there's no lens to zoom with.
Right.
Yeah, thermal doesn't really use a lens. It uses it's an infrared detector.
But obviously with the drone you can just fly in closer.
Right. But you can digitally zoom, when you get it in post. It makes it a little blurrier, but from that far away. The thing about being that far away and seeing something is you can fly to it. That's the thing, is we're going to be able to cover a lot of area, especially out there. You can take that camera and just point it straight down and just fly. And it also gives you your coordinates of where everything is. Scott Owens has made us some maps. He's going to be bringing those up. Yeah, it's going to be good. We had tried to get in several other places that were really, really boogery, and just not really enough time to get things set up. There was one research group that was going to be in a place in Oklahoma that we were looking at, and then there's another place in central Louisiana that's very boogery. And yeah, we ended up here. So we're doing it. We're in the midst of a pandemic. This is getting done.
It's just such a crazy time, isn't it?
It is. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on right now. And I kind of worry about it a little bit because it's coronavirus. It's the flu, essentially. We had H1N1 swine flu. Was it back in 2010, 11, whenever that was? 9 or 10, 11. That, they didn't act like this over it. So I don't know if it's just media hyping it up or if there's something else going on here. But it is extremely deadly. 86% mortality rate for people over 70 with this. That's what I saw anyway.
Yeah.
86% is extremely high. So I kind of understand quarantining, for the elderly people. My thing is this: it's a virus. We're probably all going to end up with it at some point. That's the scary thing about it.
Yeah. We were like 2 or 3 weeks behind Europe. So, like Italy, France. So we've still got to get it yet. The people are already. You can't buy a piece of chicken or a toilet roll anywhere now.
Well, people over in your area, Danielle, don't really like each other too much. You go to Italy and everybody kisses. Even the guys. So, ooh, sorry. That's not trying to be offensive, but I mean it's true. You walk in and they kiss each other on the side of the face.
Yeah, we don't do that here. So
Not down in anyone's culture. It's just not safe.
Exactly. So yeah.
But someone asked a question about it was a comment, and I kind of want to say something about it. It's about because I made the comment that I don't have a ton of respect for these creatures, but I kind of want to be clear about something. It's not that I don't respect them. I respect their right to life and all that. They don't respect us, but there's a line. There is a line, and the line is more toward morality than it is toward respect. It's like chicken fighting, cockfighting, whatever you want to call it, is terrible. It's a terrible thing. But I like fried chicken. So, I mean, there's a line of morality there, is what I'm trying to say. We're not going after these things, these beings, these creatures to try to hurt one. That's not the point of this. The point of this is, for me, is to make a good film of these guys right here and everybody else, that's going to be doing the expedition and everything they're going to have to go through, what they're being asked to do to put themselves to the hazard to try to get good evidence of these creatures, and that's what the whole thing is going to be about. It's not about Sasquatch, it's just, it's almost secondary. Hey, there he is. You're already pulled over, so you're okay, I think.
No, we're good.
Yeah, there's a moral line there. So that's kind of how I feel about it. We want to do the right thing. We're not going to do anything that's outside of, our moral limits here as far as the creature's concerned. So I hope that kind of answers that question, because I kind of got a little bashed for saying I didn't have a lot of respect for these things, and it's not anything more than as much as they respect us. That's how I feel about them. So there's that. I took up about 3 minutes with that.
Well, I was going to invite some more people on, but it kind of things went up in the air today, and I've been at work, so
yeah,
otherwise I would have, I can still send some invites out and just see if we can.
They were up in the air, and they all landed back nice and neat. We're good. We got this thing going. The production's going forward. We're going to make this film, and we will get down to Florida probably in the fall. I'm thinking we'll do this again. We'll do it in the fall. I said I'll only do it once, but I want to do it in Florida. So we'll do it in the fall. Whoever else, these guys go do it again, fine with me. Can't think of anybody better to do it than these two right here.
Well, you have to learn how to adapt. And that's just one thing that we've learned how to do. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. And if you're so rigid in your strategy and what you have planned to do that you're not willing to tweak it, then your learning curve is going to be diminished, because you have to be willing to tweak any strategy to your advantage.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Mark Zassi calls it Sasquatch law, kind of like Murphy's law. Sasquatch law, whatever can go wrong will go wrong. And when you're dealing with these creatures, if it was easy, we would already have really, really good evidence and footage of them. But that being said, I don't think anyone has ever tried what we're trying here. Not with the amount of people and the kind of equipment and technology we're going to have. And it's in a really good place. The only thing that I don't like about it is it's not close quarter. like it was there. And there's a lot of briars and thicket that that could possibly be a hindrance for us that we weren't going to have to deal with in Florida. But it's still, I think if we do things the right way and try to maybe not give ourselves away too much, we'll get them to come into us and we'll be able to see them. I got 4 totes worth of equipment sitting right back here behind me, ready to go. And I don't know what you guys have a bunch of equipment with you too, I'm sure.
Yeah, we're pretty much loaded down.
Bring the kitchen sink. Oh, yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, we're going to have power and running water, and, you know, we might be taking I don't know if there's a shower house there, but there's town is only 20 minutes away from where we're going to be. Well, I'll get a hotel room and we'll at least be able to shower.
There's a creek somewhere around.
There's a lake right there.
All
It's
right.
a very big lake. Yeah, it's a 340 acre lake right there. So there's water. Bring your fishing pole.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we might be eating fish a couple times. I couldn't get to my Patriot Supply. I went to order. I waited too long. It was 3 weeks ago. I went to order everything, and shipping was 8 weeks out. That's how backed up everything was. So I was like, oh, well, you know what? All I got to do is just go to the grocery store and buy the stuff that goes in them. So that's essentially what I did. I think I have enough for us. I broke the bank on getting easy dry stuff and bacon, and we had 2 deer this year, and I made sausage out of one and ground out of the other one, so I'm bringing a ton of that. So I think we'll be all right. We're gonna have plenty to eat.
It's always good.
I'm surprised Mark and Larry haven't got some steaks there in the back already to throw.
You must have been watching me load my cooler this morning.
I had an idea.
But all right, yeah. Let's see what happened to the private property. That's Terry Ridge. That's a good question, Terry. I'm glad you mentioned that. The guy, Mike, you know, we were set up to go, and then he never answered his phone again. Let's say Brandon called him and he actually answered. He talked to him for 10 or 15 minutes, said he was in the hospital. He had a cold and they were watching him, and none of it made any sense. And, but he didn't think to ask him, I guess, if we were still on to use his property. And now the guy just doesn't answer. Anytime any one of us tried to call him, he just hangs up. So yeah, I'm not going to say on here how I feel about him, really, but something could have happened. There are a few theories running around there that somebody got to him.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe they did. It's obvious these government officials know these creatures exist down there. So maybe somebody did visit him. I don't know. I personally have never been visited by anybody. And well, we've been going for March the 8th was 18. Yeah, 2 years. 2 years of Bigfoot Odyssey. And we've traveled all over and trying to put the word out, and I've never been visited or called. I'm sure I'm being watched, but I really don't care. They're probably watching right now, and I'm probably making them very mad. I will say this. I mentioned the land between the lakes, and it was a very quick message back from Larry. He said that place sucks. Somebody said you got to be on one side of the river. Is that true with the LBL?
We have had a lot of success. It's not necessarily one side of the river, but I think that the troops are spread out, and it's such a vast area, and it's a hit and miss, because
right.
We'll go out and make calls, and some nights we're just on top of them, and then some nights it's nothing. And
I've got my
so
own theories. I got a kind of a theory about that. You know, I think, and just watching Mark Abel and what he's doing out there in Colorado is, I think they intentionally don't do the same thing twice. I'm not to say that you couldn't pattern them, possibly. I don't know. I'm not a Bigfoot researcher, but some of the things that I see, you know, I was talking to Mark on the phone one day. He said, Kerry, man, I thought I was in. You know, I go out to this one place, and I mean, they are literally 20 and 30 feet away, throwing things and whistling, and then they're just all around. And he said, and then they move so fast. It was just, but it was almost like, okay, I'm in now. They're accepting me. You know, it was kind of the feeling he said he had. He goes back the very next day, the exact same spot, and nothing happens at all. So I think it's hard to predict. And another reason I liked Florida and it being close quarter, they're always there. They're always there in those places. And I don't think it's going to take us long. I think we'll find them. There's not going to be a lot of people out there camping where we're going to be. It's free to camp anywhere throughout that whole place. So I think we'll get them to come and watch us.
You know what? It's that migration thing. You know, if they do migrate, what's the chances that I mean, when was the last time you knew there was a sighting there?
Deer don't really migrate. I don't think whitetail deer migrate. No.
Bigfoot.
I'm not sure Sasquatch does either. I mean, there might be evidence that they do, but there's plenty of evidence that they don't. So it could be a tribe thing. I don't know. But yeah, there's been a lot of evidence taken out of this place by some very credible researchers. MK Davis has done a lot of stuff in there. MBest has been through there a lot. Some of the best stuff I ever saw Doug get was out of that place. I don't know. You know, it's we're going to shoot this film. We know there's Bigfoot around there. Whether we get the good stuff or not, I don't know. We'll see. I believe there's a reason for everything. Like I said, I don't believe in coincidences. So maybe there's a reason for this, and we weren't going to get what we were going to get in Florida. We had to go to this place. That's kind of how I'm looking at this.
Yeah.
Positive.
Well, one of my major concerns was the terrain difference that we're used to, and now we're getting back to terrain that we're normally accustomed to. So that's going to be a plus on our side anyway.
Well, you know, something that, you know, there's a lot of pines through there. It's the pine belt. And there were some pictures that Doug showed me. These things lay on the ground, like prone, laying on the ground, watching. And he thought he had seen one day, and he did a comparison. He goes back and takes a picture, and whatever was laying there is not there anymore. And it was huge. It was massive. And what I'm saying is the color of the creatures out there appear to be more like black and red, a lot of red hair. And so I think they match with the pine straw really well. So they lay down. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a researcher. That's your guys' gig. I'm gonna film you guys doing your thing and finding and going after them. We got some gung ho. Roy Miller. He's going. He's coming with Jeff Townsend, and I think they're leaving tonight, probably, and coming. So Roy's had a sighting of 3 of these creatures at pretty close range. So just having someone there that's not, you know, he's been around them. He wants to go in and do it. So I think Roy's going to be our go in and get them guy. He's going to be my go in and get them guy anyway. Sick him, Roy.
Might be some sort of therapy for him as well, actually, to go back out there and
yeah, I hope it is
in numbers with people, you know.
No one's more gung ho about this than Jeff Townsend. That guy, he had me worried there for a while that he was going to shoot one. He really did. Larry said, "Look, Jeff, we're just gonna give you one bullet. Okay, because he was going there. You know, God loved Jeff Townsend. That guy's the man. He's he is definitely perfect for this. And he's not going to shoot one of them. But you know,
No.
we kind of gone through that that with him. He's that gung ho. He's thinking about every aspect of this that can go wrong and trying to prepare for it, which is good. I'm glad we've got Jeff Townsend. My goodness.
He was trying to emphasize how willing he is to protect us is what he was trying to emphasize.
Yes, that's what it was.
And he will. And he will. That's his job.
He would be the one to stand in there, and
he's going to have everyone's back.
That's
Definitely.
right. Pull the trigger. Security.
Yep.
He was, well, you know, when we had the private property, that was going to be his job. Security for everybody else. So I think he was bringing the howitzers and the bazookas, and he was bringing the whole arsenal with him. And but you know, now we're not going to need any of that stuff. You know, I don't think we're going to have any issues, even if we do make them angry, and then we get charged or whatever. I don't think any of us are going to have much to worry about. I don't know. I really don't. We'll see. We're going to actually be there for 1 week straight filming to find out. One thing we are going to be short is 2 of the body cams. I've only got 4 now, but I think 4 is going to be plenty with everything else we're going to have, because I sent 2 of them to Mark Zasky that he was going to get anyway to just to use, and until we got down there he was going to bring them with him, and now he's not coming. So, but hey, you know, it is what it is. We'll have them for the next one, and we're still giving one to Jeff Friend, is getting a full setup, and
me and Larry's getting a little something, aren't we?
Yeah, you're gonna be famous.
We're getting free meals for 7 days.
Dear me.
That's the best thing.
You guys, look, this film, the one thing that I will say about this film that I know for sure is it is going to stand the test of time. Whatever we get, people can say whatever they want to about it. Those guys are full of it. They're faking. They're pulling our leg. It will stand the test of time. So you guys are going to get, you're going to be famous, man. You're going to be the ones. It's going to be called either the porch footage or the new bill footage that everybody's going to be breaking down. You're going to see it on History Channel and Discovery Channel. Let's look at the new bill footage. Let's get a 7-foot guy in a suit, and let's see if we can recreate this. Okay, $370. This is Brandon Shoma. Nobody knows 808. $370 adjustment fee. They giving you $370, or you had to pay $370? Oh, you're still coming on the 24th? I thought you were coming on the 22nd, man. That's all right. That's 3.5 days. You'll be there. We'll have somebody fresh coming in because we're all going to be worn out, I'm sure, by the 24th, 4th day in.
I think the day wore most of us out.
Man, I was so stressed out. I thought, I'm serious. I was like, is there a blood pressure pill around here somewhere I can take? So I calmed down. My phone was it was unreal. The amount of, from email to message to text. I mean, thank God I don't use Twitter or any of that stuff. We have a Twitter account, but I just don't use it. I'm a twit enough as it is. And my phone just ringing because I had actual work to do also with my job. You know, I still have to work and do administrative stuff. And a lot got mixed around and changed up, and I had to go in and try to fix it, and all this stuff's going on. And so I stopped, took a deep breath, meditated for about 10 seconds, and things started coming together. So we got it together. We have our place, and we'll be there tomorrow setting it up, ready to go.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I guess we better get back on the road.
Yeah, y'all get rolling. Don't Larry, you be careful. Don't fall asleep now.
All right, I won't.
Punch him in the eye, Mark. If he starts dozing off. We'll see you guys down there in the morning.
Okay. All right. Good
See
talking
ya.
to you.
Be careful.
Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
You know, I just looked up, Danielle. There's 341 people in the live chat.
Wow.
That's incredible.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Where are you guys on Wednesdays?
Wait,
I mean, the normal Wednesday. This is Wednesday. What am I talking about? See, I don't even know what day of the week it is. It's crazy.
it does feel like everything's kind of gone, but I'm glad we're all back on track.
Yes. And you don't have to hang around here too long to wait to hear me say something stupid. And it's usually I'll end up asking a stupid question usually to one of our guests. Oh, three people left after that.
So you're going to come on tomorrow night on my channel.
Yes.
I'm going to be going out at 6 Eastern. Well, no, you're not going to be there now, are you? So should we stick
we'll be on Central Time. Yes, that's fine. Just if that's all right with you. You're the one that's got to be up at midnight, 1 in the morning.
Yeah. Well, it'll be midnight till the end of the month. Yeah. Whatever that is.
Yeah. Tomorrow. I mean, we won't have a ton of information for you guys tomorrow night. But we could. We don't know. Just setting things up, it could be interesting. The first thing I have to do when I get there is set up our static cameras around the camp and get all those batteries hooked up to go. And because I'm going to film us putting everything up, and then when you guys watch it back, it'll be in fast motion, setting everything up. That's the idea anyway.
Yeah.
And I got everybody's name that donated through the GoFundMe or the PayPal. Somebody sent a check and I can't remember who it was. If you're on here and you're listening, just message me. Because I don't have your name written down, because we're going to do the last episode is going to be a lot of all the best evidence put together, and then us, personally thanking everyone that made themselves be a part of this by helping us do it. And
was that the $600 one?
Do what?
Was that the $600 one?
No. Okay. It was just a personal check, and I can't. If I think hard enough, it'll happen.
Yeah.
Mike Stetton, you have been the man. It's we can't thank you enough for what you've done there, putting that together, Mike. It's just been it's very humbling to know that there are people out there that care that much about you. No, there's unfortunately not. It's just kind of how it ended up. I didn't even want Linda to go to Florida where we were going. Now she's gonna be up there for a day or two with us, just because it's only 3 or 4 hours away instead of 11 hours away. But no, everybody's still in. Jason Dobbins, can't wait to get down there. He was pretty upset this morning. I had when I made the video earlier and I deleted it, I took it off, and it was depressing to see him just dejected. But it was a good thing that all of us didn't get down there to find out that everything was shut down. So it worked out in our favor. I think, just like I said, try not to give too much away. Obviously, we're going to be in Mississippi somewhere, and it's a lot of good research area. It's not anybody's main research area, just because of where it is. It's kind of out of the way. I think most people that do research around here kind of research close to home. But like I said, some of the best tree weirdest tree structures I've ever seen. Just
What we-
strange. Like double loop, tied down, trees that are bent over, the top's broken off and is pushed down in the ground to hold it down, I guess. So it's not like, and there's nothing there to have fallen and made it do that, you know, and it's out in the woods, you know, there's just no, and there were just like 5 or 6 in this one area. It was just strange to see that. And I mean, could it have been somebody? Possibly. I don't know. But
so has there been any sightings from there in particular or anything
not
like
a
that?
lot. Look, if you look at a sightings map and you look at South Mississippi, south to central Mississippi, there's a hole. You see dotted sightings all the way around and then in this one spot. It's not because there are not being any sightings there. No one's just reporting them. You know, it's for a lot of people, it's just a common occurrence to see one, you know, and then, but nobody ever talks about it or says anything. You hear your entire life growing up, don't go outside at night. A booger's going to get you. But, you know, you feel like that's just your parents, you know, trying to keep you close to the house. You know, a street light around here is called a booger light.
But it's right though, isn't it? You go out and there is stuff out there.
Oak trees, Andy, oak trees. He asked what type of trees. Oak trees, mostly pine trees up here, but the trees that were bent over were all oak trees. A lot of oak tree, bay trees, sweet gum here. A lot of the hardwood deciduous trees that are here are really hardwood, hickory, things like that are extremely hard. Not that you couldn't bend it over.
Is it patches of wood where you're at? Pine, you'll be dealing with thick canopy for the thermal drone.
Yeah, I think it's going to be okay because if you look at a normal drone shot of like Scott Owens does. Scott Owens been flying a drone for a long time. He'll point his camera straight down and fly over, and you can see the ground. So I think pointing that thermal camera straight down and going over places at night, and we'll be able to see a heat signature at least. And, you know, like I said before, when I did it, so clear that drone thermal. Well, when I saw the demo for it, it was in an urban area, and you could see every corner of the building, every window, the people walking. And what I think is really cool about it is the palette that I had today. Everything cold was gray, and then everything hot was orange. So I think that's going to be a good look to use on there for that. Plus, it's going to be cool at night. Where we're going, relatively cool. You know, high 50s, low 60s, 80s. You know, mid to high 80s in the daytime at the warmest part. But the difference is going to be the humidity. It's not going to be as humid as we were going to have to deal with, you know, down there. And plus, rain. I don't think we're going to have to deal with as much rain. I mean, obviously, we're going to be there for a week. It's possible we get rained on some. But
no swamp though. That's a good thing, isn't it? It's got to be.
Yeah, no, there is some swamp out there.
Okay.
Yeah, there is. It's just, it's not real marshy type of swamp. It's not the kind of mossy, what are those trees? Cypress tree type swamps, you know, they're really swollen up at the bottom trees like that. You see those cypress trees. It's not that kind of swamp. It's just like really soggy bottomy areas that we call it swamp mud around here. You're not going to drive through it no matter what. But there are areas like that. And there's a lot of creeks that run through there. So it's perfect habitat. It's a good spot. And we're going to do it. We're going to get it done. It's a creepy place. Let me tell you that, even in the daytime, it's a very creepy. That was one of the first things Barry said. He said because, you know, Barry is an outlaw, not meaning he is an outlaw. He's a member of the Outlaws. So he's been all over, and he said this is the most ever I got creeped out was in this place.
Mm.
So even in the daytime, I didn't like it being down there, and I was with 6 or 7 people. So we got any questions? Let's take some questions. We got about 15 minutes left here.
Jason Dobbins. Jason didn't send his photo to me. Please send it in, Jason.
Oh, wait, there's Crypto Reality. Needs a link.
Oh, hang on. I'll send it now.
You gonna send it? Sorry about that, Mark. Thank you, Jones, too. We appreciate that. Hate that we're losing Zasky, but he and I are still going to do some things that you guys are going to marvel at after this. Y'all are going to love it. If you like the Sasquatch Bigfoot stuff, period, you're going to get the full, you're going to get the story and the and the search when Mark and I get together and do our thing. Who's going out? You know what? I'm going to get, there he is. There he is.
Can't hear you.
Hear you. The tech guy, he knows how to fix it.
When will we see footage?
Probably summer of 2024, 2025.
That sounds reasonable.
No, I'm kidding. Just give me a couple months, guys. 5, 6 weeks, a month. I'll get it out. It's going to be a lot to put together. Hello, Mr. Zasky. How are you, sir?
What's going on?
You're in jail now.
Still can't hear me?
No, I hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying you're in jail now, right?
When will we see footage?
Yeah.
Probably summer of 2024. What is that?
Jesus.
Reasonable.
No. Have you got your app open? Give me a couple months, guys. 5, 6
Get
weeks.
YouTube open.
You got your YouTube app open, Mark? How are you, sir?
What's going on?
I don't know. We can hear everything back. We were just saying on the delay.
I was sitting here myself going, I'm in the Twilight Zone. I'm hearing stuff that was said like a minute ago. What's going on?
All right.
No, I'm in jail. Well, no, technically we're not actually quarantined yet, but the parks are. I mean, not 100%. You can go in the daytime. I have actually a document here if you'd like me to send it to you.
Yeah.
Want me to send it to you, Daniela?
Yeah, send it to me.
I'm going to send it on to you right now, and that way you can put it up, and it shows exactly what's going on with the state of Florida, and where it concerns the areas that we were going to be. The state park thing was a non-issue for us. It's all about the South Florida Water Management District wildlife areas, the water catchment areas that border the actual development. That's our research. Those are the clutch spots. That's where they hang. So I sent that document for you. You can see they're allowing you in the daytime for now, but at night you're gone. And the camping permits, if you're not already in there camping, you're not getting in camping. And then if you are in there in one of the South Florida Water Management District's wildlife preserves or areas, you have to be gone by Monday. So
that's not what she told me. She said it was all shut down as of today.
Camping?
Yeah.
They're not going to let, like, if we would have came tomorrow, you wouldn't have got in. They wouldn't honored your permits.
We had to already be there. Yeah,
it says effective Thursday, March 19th. So it is what it is, man. I mean,
and I said this earlier, Florida's full of elderly retired people, man. And this flu, whatever it is, this virus affects elderly people really bad.
Yeah, it's I think the timing is auspicious, obviously. You know what I mean? Like literally, Kerry, you were supposed to arrive tomorrow morning. It's
Here you telling. What would have been worse is all of us getting down there and then them shutting us out, you know. So we at least get to salvage something, and we're going to a good place, you know. So, I mean, I hate you're not going to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay, Chris, we appreciate it, buddy. Awesome. If you can make it out, because Chris Benkini had issues too with a vehicle. He was having car trouble. Mark Kinchell had car trouble yesterday on his way down there.
Oh man.
And me being the smart aleck that I am, I said, well, that's the glitch for this mission right here. You know, the old Apollo 13, gentlemen. We just had the glitch for this mission, and then the whole thing falls apart. So I probably shouldn't have said anything. See, I did it. I brought it on us all. What's that? What do you call it, Mark?
I call it Sasquatch law.
Yeah.
It's like Murphy's law, but it applies to research, and it's basically anything that can go wrong will go wrong at the exact moment one walks out of the tree line, and you can film a clear shot of one. You know what I mean? So
I dropped my camera. There was mud on the lens.
It's a million different things. You know? I'm trying to go back to film because digital takes 15 seconds to turn on, and then even when it turns on, there's a bunch of things on the screen telling me what's turned on. You know what I mean? It's like blocking my shot.
That's the thing about having good camera equipment nowadays. It's digital, and as soon as you turn it on, it's got to go through a process.
Yeah.
Come on, but if you keep it on, you don't have any battery to shoot anything. So.
That's right. Well, the funny thing about the tech nowadays is when your battery is so low, and this has happened to Mel and I a couple times in the field. I've got it's flashing. It says it's red, the battery sign, and it says you have 3 minutes of battery. And we got walking and branches snapping. And so in their genius of design in the software program, they put a giant bright warning that says your battery's low. And you look over and you watch it go from 3 to 1. And then it dies and the Sasquatch walks past. It's like, yeah, thanks, tech. Yeah.
Well, we are going to we're doing this. This is, I don't want to call it a salvage mission because we're still going to Florida. It's just going to have to be probably in the fall, whenever this thing gets done. And Mark and I are still doing our thing. We're gonna blow you guys away with what we're gonna put out here. You've never seen anything like it. It's not going to be like what we're doing with this expedition. This is totally different than what Mark and I are planning for the Bigfoot community. It's going to be epic.
Yeah, and you know what? I have every intention of following up on the Seminole angle that we were exposed to here of late, and during this time, obviously once we get past the coronavirus scare thing, but once everything opens back up, I'm going to follow up on that. I'm going to try to get in touch with that individual and see if we can do something down in that area too. Yeah,
no, that would be fantastic. Yeah. That's the one thing about the Seminole Indians, they don't care much for our federal government. So I don't see if that was an issue, I don't see anybody going to them saying, "Hey, don't talk to these guys." You know,
yeah,
they don't pay taxes or mess with any of them. So they can.
No, and apparently with the information that we just got, Kerry, they don't care much for the Sasquatch.
Nope, they really don't. They're fed up. They run thousands of head of cattle down there, and that's all they have are problems. They call them devils. Yeah. So I think if we can get in there and talk to those key individuals, there's a chance we could get some type of permission to and possibly even be guided right to them. Right. Well, you know, we've got a little more time now, and I think a lot can happen between now and the next 4 or 5 months. You know the way things are going to develop. But, you know, Mark and I have a show that we do together. It's called Mark and Kerry A to Z. It's on Patreon only. It's $2.99 a month. That's what we're going to use to do this collaboration that we do. It's called A to Z. It's not just Arnold Zasky. It's we talk about everything under the sun, mostly, you know, fringe stuff, the things we know the most about, I suppose. And we show a lot of video and go over videos and just, it's not a bad show for a couple guys just sitting there talking about theories and strange, bizarre, happenings.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun, and we do have some really good shows. I've been working on some really interesting videos, and in the UFO community is going to be interested in some of this stuff. I think it's fascinating, man. So,
Well, we haven't had a ton of time to put out a lot. We've got 4 shows out now, I think, but we are going to have more time to get more shows out. We were going to do like $1 a show, but I think with the amount of videos we're going to be putting out, it's going to be cheaper to just do $2.99 a month for people, because I don't want people upset at me that we're putting out 10 videos in a month.
Yeah. Well, when we start doing the travel films, I mean, this is going to be the only place you can get them, basically.
Yeah, that's right. That's where you're going to find it. Is right there.
Yeah, travel films are going to be interesting, man. I can't wait to get into that. This, like, I'm suffering from the disappointment too, man. You know what I mean? It's been like what, 6.5, 7 months. We've been playing
6 months. 6 months.
We had a couple curveballs in this, and especially in this last couple of weeks here, and but we were prepared 100%, and I'm confident in the area that we were going to go, and in the adjacent areas where we were going to be splitting off, and I was going to be taking you guys into some really special habitat.
Right.
With the tech we had, I mean. But I think we'll get another chance, like you said, and so we'll just hang in until we can actually get that and take advantage of it.
Yeah, absolutely. We are going to, like I said, we're going to get down to Florida. If nothing else, Mark and I are going to do something down there.
Yeah.
For crypto reality for sure, and we may put something together for A to Z too. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in the meantime, Kerry, if you can get down here. Me and I can take you in, Mel. You can accompany me and Mel, and we'll do a nighttime investigation in the area where I had the thermal encounter with Scott and Melanie last year. Yeah, Mel's actually here right now.
Yeah, that was something else, man. I'm let down too, man. This. I just can't even believe this.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's the worst timing in the world. Well, the good thing is we have the thermal drone now. We can send that in to do recon for us. Where you guys were up close and personal with them, we can let that drone get up close and personal with them instead.
Yeah, then once we get in there and we get that done, then it's your turn. You can take a turn at throwing up after the encounter.
Yeah, I'm not going down there. I was reserving all of my couth and bravery and energy for this. I was gonna be the one, man. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna do this. Yeah. So, now, going back, I'm reserving it for this. So I'm going to go in and film these guys doing their little search when me and you and Mel and I'll go down and do that. I'll just tell the story.
That was for sure one of the freakiest moments, man.
Yeah. Well, you know what, man? That particular area, we have the potential for being around about a dozen of them at once. And in that situation, it gets real tense. If we have that drone and we can get that same situation to duplicate, and they haven't left the area, we've been seeing these guys and catching them, tracking them, pulling tracks, the hares, the whole thing for almost 6 years now. So I think there's a real good chance that if you can get down here in the interim between now and when we do actually bring everybody else, we're probably going to get some good footage, man. We've been pulling good footage from our new area. I don't know. I've been sending you pictures, man. Have you seen any of these shots I sent?
Yeah, I see them, and then I'll show them to everybody else, and they're just like, "You're going down there for this?" Yeah, this is where we're going. This is why we're going. But talking about that drone thermal, man, it is so clear. It's the clearest thermal I've ever seen. It's incredible. I'm so glad we have this now. It's going to change the game for us, I think.
Yeah, I think so too, man. And what's going on, Daniela? You got a new show, huh?
I have, yeah.
What's going on with that? Tell me about that. I haven't heard about it.
Going really well. I've had 13 episodes up to now. Had a guy on Sunday night with a just incredible encounter. Just really terrifying. And I had some really interesting guests with all sorts of stuff, UFO, ET abductees.
Oh, yeah.
Just a really good mix of people. And this week I'm going to have people on every night for the expedition week.
Need to have Marzowski on one night.
Matt, you're welcome to come on.
Yeah. Just shoot me a link. I'd be happy to help
Brilliant.
out.
Yeah, Danielle got her own show, so she books all the good guests for her show now.
Well, you know, obviously.
I didn't expect anything less.
That's true.
Of course, you know.
Yeah,
No,
but it's called Hidden Existence, you know, and I wanted it. She asked me what it should be, and I said, look, Kept Secrets is really good. You should name it Kept Secrets. But she went with Hidden Existence. So I mean, it's relative. It's relevant. It's relative. That's relative. That's relative and relevant mixed together. Just for you all that are following along. It's relevant and it's a good name. So but that's where you're gonna get updates for the expedition. You better go subscribe right now. Hidden Existence.
I'm gonna get Mark on. He's gone frozen. I think we've lost Mark.
Uh-oh. We lost him. That's a nice face though. Look at that.
He looks happy.
That's a happy face right there.
That's a happy Mark. Yeah, so I'm going to shoot him an invite. So yeah, Mark Zaski will be on. Chris Noel's coming on.
All right. Who else you got?
Scott Carpenter.
All right.
And I've got Brent Thomas from Paranormal Portal.
Oh, Brent.
We've got the She Squatchers coming back on.
Nice.
Carl Gautreaux. I'm going to say it wrong now, but it's Moggy Monster.
You said it right.
I said it right. I had to
Russell.
think about it.
His name's Russell.
Yeah, Russell. He's on, and
very cool guy. Russell's one of the coolest guys I've ever got a chance to talk to. I wish I was like that.
He's a nice guy. He was on Halloween week, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Week, first night. So yeah, it'd be good to get him on. He's
well, hey, I think we made it through. It's been a heck of a day. Got to really thank everybody for all the suggestions and coming through, and some of you that helped. Big time. Scott Owens, definitely. Christy Sci-Fi Gal, you the girl. Yeah. Just thank you for everything you guys have done to help us do this. We're gonna go to work. This is not gonna be like a fun trip, camping, outing. It's gonna be a lot of work, just from a production standpoint. I mean, I've got 4 people just doing the production with me, and that's at any given moment. It kind of gets rearranged in there, and then there's 8 people, 9 now counting Scott Owens when he comes up, that are actually going to be conducting the expedition. And the place we're in is huge, and it's got boogers in it. One of the clearest tracks I've ever seen came out of this place, and it was a 19-inch track. Wow. Huge. I mean, it was so wide at the toe. See, I broke my finger a while back, so it doesn't straighten out. But I mean, it was this wide, 4 inches at the heel, but so wide at the toes, the way it was splayed out. It was just like a clown foot, but beautifully, just a perfect footprint. And amazing. It was actually a part of a series of tracks that I think there was 52 or 55 inches toe to heel distance between, all straight in a line directly in front of each other, that came out of this place, and it was on a creek bank going through there. So they're in there. It's not as close quarter, as we were going to be in, which worked to our advantage, them coming in close, to see us. But I still think they're going to check us out. When I called today, there's not a lot of people out there, and it's a massive place. I don't anticipate us running into anyone.
Do you feel a little bit more comfortable that you're on your own kind of ground?
No. Oh. No, I was going to be a lot more comfortable in Florida.
Okay.
I know this type of woods better, personally being in them, but I'm not going to be more comfortable. I'm probably going to be a lot less comfortable, just because of what I went through.
Yeah.
What I experienced there. Scott Owen says, Kerry, give us an example of what's going on day tonight. what I plan to do is not necessarily storyboard. I've been going over this in my head, how I want to shoot it, but there's going to be a little filming tutorial, camera angle, especially for setup shots, whoever's going to be filming with me. You know, I kind of want to get a low to high camera angle just to give the guys some stature. Because perspective and what you guys see means everything. You know, it's not just going out there and turning your camera on and filming somebody. You know, I learned a lot from Scott Owens just about, you know, setup shots and positioning yourself just to get like a walk-by shot, you know, and drone flyby shots. Oh, he made it back. Give us an example of what's going on. And then, you know, also, you know, I've learned a lot about just the camera that I have from Mark Zaske. It's been, I wouldn't be editing film if it weren't for Mark Zaske. I would have never even attempted it. I would have thought it was just beyond me, but I got to see him do it. So I had an idea of how it worked. So I'm not as fast as he is, but that's kind of the to start getting cameras and recorders set up in specific positions, and then just going with these guys and filming them do their thing. You know, we've got the radios with earpieces. So when they talk, they're going to be hitting the button to talk. You're not going to hear a lot of that. So what I've got is a recorder just with its own radio that's going to be set out at camp. So when somebody says something, it's going to get recorded coming over the radio. Like you'll hear it coming through that static, you know, that radio speaker. I think that's going to be important for some of the audio parts of the whole series. And then having these strategies that we have put together and seeing them set them up, what they're going to have to go through, the wait time, just all that stuff that you guys are going to get to see. And then the results, either the success or the failure. And then, you know, being out there in the dark of night, it's going to be, you know, a new moon. It's going to be extremely dark out there. There's not a lot of moon anyway. So it's going to be interesting. This place is already creepy in the daytime. So I'm not going to be comfortable. I'll be more comfortable in Florida for sure. Good to have you back there, buddy. What happened? You kind of locked up.
I got my whole encryption dropped, and then my internet shut off for a second. So I have to have encryption, or I have constant problems with my internet and other stuff.
Well, you got all that protection and jailbreak stuff on your computer, right?
Yeah, big time. Yeah, but it all just went down. So it's been a long week. I'll put it that way.
It's been a long one for everybody.
But,
hey, you know, we've come to the end of our hour. Again, want to thank everybody. Thank you, Mark, for coming back. Don't forget, links in the description. Mark and Kerry, A to Z. It's available only on Patreon. I think we got 35 or 36 people that watch our show now as it is. And we thank every single one of you for doing that for us. We really appreciate it. But go check it out. You can't look it up. You can only get there through the link. Kind of like an invite only type of deal. You're exclusive. But that's for our Patreon show, Hidden Existence. Go subscribe to that right now. You're going to be getting nightly updates on the expedition. CryptoReality.us. That's the members for Crypto Reality, where you're going to get the old Crypto Reality stuff you used to get on YouTube. That's where you're going to go to get that. And you also have Crypto Reality on Patreon, where you do a lot of the current stuff, right?
Oh, yeah.
The show itself, all the episodes are on CryptoReality.us. And some great,
the shows are on Crypto Reality, and then I use Patreon as an update. I just sent you a shot, Daniela. I just saw that individual. I just had a sighting. Saturday?
Oh, and the dead guy.
No, not the dead guy. The one I just sent, Daniela, was the one that walked up, and I heard him walk up, and I saw him, and then turned my camera on, and the Oculus was buzzing, and I couldn't get a clear shot. So I jumped down off the log, grabbed the iPad, held it up over the top of the bush, and he was standing there on like probably 60 yards. But that shot I just sent you is what was caught on the camera after the walking, and he appears to have bush all over his head.
Oh wow, he's right there, dead center. Just you see that? There's yep.
That's him. He's buried in the bush, and they do that.
Put your Oculus on that, Daniela. Yeah, right there. Can you zoom out a little bit?
I can only go that or that.
Yeah, zoom back out. Yeah, to there.
So it's
a little bit more perspective right there.
Yeah.
A lot of people are going to call that pareidolia, and I mean, I really don't care. We know what that is. That's what's in there, or that's what they look like, and that's what's poking its face through there. So it's too bad we can't get down there to catch them. But where we're going has got them in there, and we'll find them. We're gonna find them.
Yeah, and a lot of people calling that pareidolia aren't in the bushes when they walk up.
Right.
But we are.
Yeah, and it's hard to get some perspective.
So,
but that's the bone structure. That's what they look like down there for the most part. Some of them, they do look different from one another. Their skin color is different. Their hair color is different. They're softer. You know, the soft tissue is different, but that bone structure doesn't change. And, you know, the symmetry, it's hard to get symmetry from a pareidolia picture. You can, but you're not going to get it. There's going to be a lip over here and an eyeball off a little bit, you know, and everything is so zoomed in. That's what I say about a lot of pareidolia stuff is it's so zoomed in, you can make anything out of any of it. But when you're pulled out and you can actually see the leaves on the trees, and then even though it's fuzzy, but you can't say what leaves are making this face because there's just not any that make it. It's just not there, you know. And I'll say that, and I'll get kicked in the teeth for it. I really don't care at this point. I'm tired of caring. We know what's in there. We've been in there. They've been around us. We've heard them talking, heard them walking up.
That's right.
You've been hit. You've been charged at. You and Melanie have been growled at multiple times. Oh, that's what's doing that. You know, it's not nothing sitting there doing that. So,
we have so much confirmation. Between the tracks in this area, the experiences alone and the things that go on in real time are indicative of what they are and how they behave. I mean, we have them responding to what we've introduced, which is basically a food source. And, you know, it'd be one thing if when I pointed my camera, I caught what, you know, appeared to be a raccoon's face or what appeared to be, you know, a hog. But, you know, it's always right at that 7 to 8 foot height. It's always the same individuals, and they're always in different places in the tree line. You know what I mean? Right. So it's like, I mean, we look at it and, you know, I understand the disconnect between researchers and the public, but we're bridging that gap. The sheer volume of evidence that we have that's visual, you're going to struggle to deny it at this point. With complementary physical evidence, the hair, and like I said, the tracks.
That last track you got was incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it's giant. It's giant, you know. There's so much stuff going on down here. Just wait. The technology you have now, like you've stated this on several occasions. Our problem isn't that we don't have Sasquatch to study. Our problem is that we don't have the money that's necessary to fund the study that we've been undertaking for 5 years. We've continued anyway.
Resources.
We've done incredible things and we have incredible evidence. But with what you have to bring to the table, people are going to be shocked. And I'm looking forward to doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me too. And if it's just us doing it, then that's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
I'm going to make this film because I said I was going to do it. And I'm going to do that. This film's getting made. It's you guys are going to enjoy it. I think there's going to be a lot of good evidence in it. Whether we get what we were after, who knows? We're hoping that's what happens. We're going to give it everything we got. We're not leaving anything in the bag, in the basket. We're still going to do things that no one's ever done. We're going to go after them. If we see them, we're going after them. We're going to catch them on film moving if we can possibly do it. And they're there to do it. They're just not as close quarter here as they are there. It's too easy for them to get away from us. up here, and disappear into the thicket. You know.
You got the thermal. You've got the thermal, which is going to be
that drone
That's gonna
thermal.
be huge.
It's clear. It's clear. It just blows my mind how clear it is. When I saw it today, I just couldn't believe it. I was walking about 2 inches off the ground back into the house. It's on, and then Florida shut down. So.
I know, man. I know. Well, look, man. Hey,
what it is.
We're gonna get it done, and that's just what it is. We'll keep doing what we're doing, and I'll keep preparing and identifying the areas so that when we do eventually get this crew down here, we have a viable research area that we can do all of this in. And hey, thanks for having me tonight. I appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Once again, go and subscribe to Hidden Existence. Go check out Mark and Kerry A to Z on Patreon. Links are in the description. We'll see you guys tomorrow, huh?
Yeah, it's going to be 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern.
Yep, 8 o'clock for you, Miss Liz.
We'll be there. Okay.
All right.
Everyone.
All right. Good night, everybody.
See you guys.
Thanks, Mark.